Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my yearly uh, grumble or chat or whatever you want to call it. I tend to do one of these at the end of the year just to give you a little catch up on how things are doing my end and how I sort of feel about things and things like this. So today we're going to sort of like go over sort of staying strong really and just sort of like being um, try and be positive about things. A lot of things have happened well, especially in the UK and in America this year. Obviously, they've had a presidential change. We've got a new government in here. Because this year's been a little bit of it's been a mixed bag. It's been a bit of a struggle of a year on the work front because, like, I work on the railway, and we've had a lot of strikes, and I've lost a lot of pay, and things have been a bit tight and a bit difficult. But fortunately, since the new government got on into power, there's been a lot of positive talks on the railway, and sort of like terms and conditions have been sorted out, and there's even been small pay rises, which has been positive on the railway. So things are looking better on then, and that's the way to go. Always try and take little victories, and always look at things on a positive light. It's been like I say, a mixed bag of a year. I've seen the lad quite a bit, but there's been times now that later in the year I've not seen him very much, just because of sort of like work and his work and my work, and sometimes sort of prevents us from sort of like catching up. But when we do catch up, we have some great moments, and that's all I can say to you about you and your friends and your family. If you have times when you're apart from them, and you don't see them, always treasure the times that you are with them and make the most of it, and do something really constructive with it. So when you go back to normality, if you don't live with family members, when you go back to normality, you can look back on those times as being great and thinking, wow, well, at least I've had that wonderful time and I've built some memories. I mean, this year I've been down to the lad. We've done quite a bit of droning. We've had a few sort of road trips and things like that, as you see, and we've been going to the cinema quite a lot and seeing quite a few movies. It's been a fantastic year for the horror movies. And all this sort of thing. But there's been problems. I mean, lad's had his issues. I've had my issues this year. My health is going right down at the moment. I'm not in good health, which is really, really, it's concerning. But I try to stay positive about it, thinking, well, I am here and I am still carrying on. And when I do my channel and do the videos, that sort of helps a little bit, because it gives me focus, and it's like gives me something to sort of like thinking, okay, let's focus on that rather than focus on that. And that's why I enjoy doing my channel. I know it's not a very good channel. My reviews are terrible. My content's not very good, like others. Because you can tell, because you see other channels and they've got like thousands of subscribers. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I've still got under 1,000 subscribers. But it's that's fine. That's not what my channel's about. My channel is about fun. It's about me just having a little sort of something to grasp, for an outlet, if you like, for something to do in my time. Because I don't live with me lad. My lad lives down near London, and I live up here in Yorkshire. So I'm on my own quite a lot, and it can be quite sort of secluded and lonely up here, because I'm quite away from a lot of people. So I try to find things of interest. That's why I do a lot of movie reviews of my horror films, and I do some gaming videos, because these are just things that I enjoy doing on my time off, and I like to share them with you. And hopefully sharing with you does a few things. Does one, makes you want to come back and watch them. It maybe gives you an idea. Oh, I wouldn't mind playing that, or I wouldn't mind watching that film. I never say to you, you've got to buy this, you've got to watch this. I always recommend it to you, but I'm not going to say you've got to do it. I don't like channels like that tell you that it's rubbish or it's crap. Don't buy it, don't watch it. Make your own mind up. These are just my opinions, and that's all they are. And but it does help me because it means I've got someone to almost talk to, although it's virtual. But I've still got some sort of outlet. But I try to stay positive. Like I said, I've had a few sort of like my health seems to be getting really on top of me at the moment. But I try to stay positive with it and stay strong with my channel and keep pumping these movie reviews out or top tens. Not done many pickups this year because I've not been really anywhere to pick up too much. And if I get deliveries, I don't tend to do too many pickups, and I find pickup videos can get a bit tedious. There's some channels that just do pickup videos, and I'm thinking, oh, do something else. It's just so boring watching what you brought, this film that no one really worries about. But it's been a good year as well in movies. We've been to see quite a few films. We've had a new Terrifier film this year, and we've had some wonderful films coming out, and it's been brilliant. And so I try and focus on the good stuff of the year. So what I'm trying to say to you is try and always focus on the positive rather than sort of like look at things that haven't been so positive. It's another hard year where we've all been hit hard with bills and food costs, and everything seems to cost a fortune. Like now, it's like if you go to buy a movie like a 4K film, they used to be like £20, didn't they? Now they're like £30 to £35 minimum. I was just thinking, why? You know, if we're trying to save the physical media sort of collectors and genre, whatever you want to call it, then why make it out of people's reach? You know, it's just the same with concerts, isn't it? They've got this new sort of pricing thing that they do at concerts, and the ticket prices are awful. I mean, my favourite band, one of my favourite bands, Sukkah Ross, are playing next year, and I tried to get tickets for the Royal Albert Hall, and I thought, oh, they're about £50, you know, I'll go. You know, they were £95 for restricted views. So this is at the back, standing behind like a column like that, where you have to do that to see. And I'm just thinking, I'm not paying £100 to do that. So it's getting out of hand out there. It really is. People and companies are getting greedy. I know they're struggling, some of them, but some of these are just rich companies that are just getting greedy. Like these concert halls are owned by corporate companies. That's why you got the O2 Arena and things like this, that they're owned by big companies like O2 and all this sort of thing, you know, and it's just like they're just getting greedy to get your money when they don't make millions enough as it is by their mobile phone contracts and stuff, which they do. But it's been a good year in another ways. I've got a brand new TV, which is really cool. It's my new sort of baby, and I've picked that up a couple of weeks ago, and it's really nice. It's a Kill LED TV, really cool, 55-inch in my games room. So I'm like sitting in a cinema at the moment, so it's still quite new and quite amazing. So I've been enjoying watching some 4K films on it. So I do want to be trying to pick up some 4Ks next year, so it gives me a little plan. So my plan was, when I upgraded this TV, was to have a better quality one, because the TV I've had for about 12 years, and I thought, well, I'm going to upgrade it and get, you know, treat myself to a new telly. So that's happened. And since then, the lad now wants a new TV. Of course he does. So it's back to his old dad for that. But he's my lad, you know. So that's been really cool. Like I said, I've managed to go and see him a few times this year. What other great things have happened? Like I said, my job seems to be a bit more sort of stabled out in the way, like, so there's strikes all the time. That's a good thing. Although the job sometimes can be a bit difficult because I do very long days, and I sometimes work 7 days in a row, and it's very tiring when you've got a few sort of like health problems. But I'm trying my best to stay positive, and the way I stay positive for things like that is like, I'm lucky. I have a job. I can still go out and do it. It's difficult, but I can still go out and do it. And until the day I drop, I will do that, because it's like it's what keeps you alive. It what makes you feel alive. It gives you that feeling of you know, being a part of something. You're not just, because when you get older and you get poorly and things, it's easy to cut yourself off. You start thinking you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, and because you do get told that. I mean, I've been told by my doctor I can't go to concerts and that anymore because I can't stand for that sort of length of time with my health conditions, and if I have an attack when I'm there, I've got nowhere to go or anyone to help me. So I've been told to avoid those sort of things, which is a bit of a bummer because it's something you've done all your life. But you just find new things to take over that, like I've done with my movie reviews and my sort of like gaming and things like that, and droning. You know, I love my droning, so I will be continuing some more of that in the new year when the weather gets a bit sort of like better. That's the only issue with the droning hobby. You have to have good weather really to sort of do it, because if you do it out there like today, we've got 60 to 70 mile an hour winds out there, and so if I do it today, it's been by my drone's gone into outer space somewhere. But yeah, but we try and stay positive. I mean, it's been rather grim on the news, hasn't it, this year again, with the war still out there in Ukraine and in the around the Israel area. We're still in these sort of difficult times, and I just hope that these come to some sort of solutions to solve these. It's very difficult. It's very horrible situation in the world to be in, because normal people and a lot of people can't see the sense and why the world is being like this to one another. You know, why can't we just be at peace and just sort of like respect that everyone, you know, has their own sort of places and lives and countries, and just stop trying to own everything and everybody. I don't get it. It's very, very strange. It's a concept that I've never been able to grasp. You know, even when I learned about World War II and Adolf Hitler and things like this, I was just thinking, why would one man want to have all these countries? Well, why can't you just be happy with where you are? Well, why have you got to have this? Why is it greed got to dominate everything? Because greed is one of the weakest human traits, really, because to be giving and hopeful and kind, that's what makes a human strong, and that's what makes a human being a legend. I mean, and there are legends out there, you know, not necessarily famous people. There are legends that are just there because they're just nice to one another, with kindness or kind words when people going through hard times, just being there supportive and being understanding that they're not alone, and that this feeling that they're feeling, people feel it all the time. They're not alone in feeling that, and that helps a lot, because when people do go through bad times or sorrow or whatever, that you feel a bit lost and a bit, you know, why is it me? Why am I the only one feeling? You're not. You know, loads of people are going through it, and like me with my health, I think I'm not the only one going through it. This is why I don't really talk about it on my channel or go through it or complain about it. You know, and this is one of the reasons I don't go very much on social media. I mean, I am on Facebook and things like that, but I tend to be sharing more sort of fun joke things or music or things like that, rather than, oh God, I feel low today, oh, you know, because I don't want that sort of sympathy. You know, I think if you go down that tunnel, it's a dark tunnel to go down, because when you haven't had a few likes or a few people saying, oh God, I hope you're well, I'll contact you if you need me. If you haven't had that for a little while, then these sort of people start exaggerating things up, because they crave that sort of sense of attention. And I've never been one who wants attention. I'm the one that'd rather not have any attention. So it's really weird that I'm doing a YouTube channel, because I'm not doing it for attention. I'm doing it for fun, for an outlet, for me to have something to sort of do while I'm up here on my own all the time. You know, I just feel like it's a good outlet where I haven't got to go down the pub. You know, I don't drink anyway. I haven't got to go down the pub. I was saying I don't drink. I do occasionally. Let me show you something special. Oh, for my birthday this year. Now, you guys, some of you might know, I love the show Still Game. I absolutely love it. Well, there were two characters in it called Jack and Victor, and now they create their own whiskey. And my son bought me this Jack and Victor whiskey for my birthday, which I'm really chuffed with. This is so cool. He got me this beautiful bottle of whiskey. I've not opened it yet because I said to him, I said I'm going to save that. And my sister and her partner Karen said, no, don't be silly, drink it. You know, use it. And I will, but I'm kind of saving it for when the lad comes up, which will be later next year. He can't come up for a while because I think he's used all his annual leave up at work, so he has to wait till he gets his new batch to have time to come to see me. But yeah, I want to save it to have a cheers with him, but then some of me thinking, oh, I could just do a nice job of that. But I don't know. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't have to go out to the pub. I don't have to be, because when you have a few issues, like health issues, like with me, I get quite a bit difficulty breathing and chest pain and things like that, because I've got like heart disease and stuff. So I struggle to do all that going far without getting worn out and tired quick and getting other issues like edema and things like this then. And it's just like, oh, to save me doing that, this is why I've got my little YouTube channel, because I can do that at home, and I can hopefully, you know, I'll get a few people that regularly write on my comments. I'll get a few that watch my gaming videos, and they're always commenting, oh, Geoff, do another episode, I'm enjoying this, mate, you know, oh, making me want to buy the game, sort of thing. And I like that because I feel, well, that's cool, it's connected. And I get some positive comments on some of my film reviews as well. People say, no, that's really cool, I'm quite interested picking up, thanks for looking at this film and all this. I'll get you negative ones as well, when you're people, you know-it-alls that have got to come in and say, oh, that wasn't released this year, that was released last year. No, it wasn't. It was released last year in America. These negative comments always seem to come from my sort of American viewers, sadly. Because they always seem to get things before everyone else, because, you know, they're the best in the world, as we know. And so we get them like sometimes a year later. So to me, it's new. You know, it's not like it's come out last year. Even if it did come out last year and I brought it this year, to me it's new this year. And that's why sometimes I include them in my 2024 lists and that, because it's new to me. This channel isn't about the world, it's not factual, it's about me and my little puny, humble little existence. And so if I buy a box set that came out last year and I bought it this year, I will put it in my favourite physical releases of this year, because this is when I brought it. You know, people just don't get that, you know, and it's just like, this is why mine is about. It's not about this is what's come out. I don't follow it like that. I'm not a person that follows, you know, the release dates or whatever, or it's important, you know, because I don't want to do that. And so I get that quite a lot on my comments. People just correcting me. Don't waste your time, guys. I don't care, you know, and I'm not listening to your views. So, you know, please comment on my channel if you've got something positive to sort of say, you know, thinking, yeah, I thought the same of this. Oh, Geoff, if you enjoyed that, you probably like this. Or no, you didn't enjoy that one very much, but I think you'll probably like this. That's the comments that you sort of, that's the interaction. That's social. That's social media. That's what it's supposed to be. Not picking up on everyone like this. You've done that wrong. You've done this wrong. You said that, but it's this. Oh, that came out this year. Why haven't you put that in your top 10? It's in mine, but that's your top 10, not mine. And that's the sort of thing that goes on. You get icky pickety. But you know, I tend to ignore them sort of comments. They don't they don't bother me. So this is why I'm trying to say to you, if you write them, don't waste your time putting them, because it doesn't bother me. I'm not there to be corrected. Don't care. I would just write whatever. Look in the description of my videos or whatever. You know, I'll normally write, these might not be this year's, it's what I've got, whatever. So don't waste your time. But yeah, but I focus on it thinking, you know, I think it's quite funny that people feel the need to do that because it makes them feel better or makes them a better human being. Or I'm more an expert than you. I'm no expert. I'll tell you what I'm an expert in. Fuck all. That's it. That's what I'm an expert in. I'm just an expert of, if I was to be expert, I think I'd be being a dad. You know, I think I'm a pretty good dad to my lad. Yeah, I don't live with him or close to him, and you know, but I'm there 24/7, and he gets everything he wants from me. You know, if he wants something, I'll go out, I'll work, I'll earn it, and I'll get it for him. You know, so, but I'm not an expert, but I'd say I'm a good dad, and that's it. And that's what I take out of life. I take the positives out of it. You know, like I said, this year, although sort of some bad things have happened with my health and issues and things, good things have happened. Work's got a little bit more stable. Seen the lad a few times, been to cinema quite a few times, got my new baby, my new TV, which is a Samsung Q60D 55-inch smart TV. So there we go, look at that. Woo. And I'll tell you, it was hilarious when it came, because my house is like a 3-story house. Actually, it's 4-story because I've got a cellar as well. And it came, the box was ginormous. I thought, my God, is this 75-inch I've ordered? Or something, because it looked ginormous. You should see me trying to get it up the stairs. If you've ever seen Laurel and Hardy, the episode when they're trying to get the piano, that was like me, because I'm just me trying to hold this up, and I just got little Sullivan just sitting downstairs wagging his tail watching me, and it was the funniest thing, and I just kept giggling, and every time I looked down, the dog see him wagging his tail. It just made me laugh. But that was a mission, and it absolutely wore me out, just getting a TV up here, because my games room's on the top floor, because I've got my basement, which is my kitchen, which is really, really nice, the whole size of the house, and then the second floor is my living room, which is the size of the house. Then my next floor got my main bedroom and my bathroom, and then the top floor got 2 double bedrooms. So it's a 3 double bedroom house. It's huge. And so this one of the rooms I've turned into my games room, so my lad can use the other room as a bedroom. And when he comes up, he's got almost like a little flat when he's up here, because he's got a bedroom there and he's got my games room there. So it's cool. It's a nice little setup, but it took me ages to get it up here. But I'm glad I did. Anyway, I'm absolutely waffling. So that's what's been going on in my life this year. I hope your life's been a bit more stable and pleasant, and I really hope you're following my messages from my previous videos. Be kind to one another. As I told you before, kindness is magic. So I hope you've been performing magic all year round to people that you know and don't know. You get more out of life being kind and being sort of like understanding than being self-absorbed and that, because it doesn't get you anywhere. Like I said, if I've been that way, being self-absorbed this year with my health, I would have crouched myself probably straight back in. I probably wouldn't have done half the videos I've done on the channel, or if they'd done, they'd have been miserable in them all, or whatever, or I probably wouldn't have communicated with anybody or done anything. But I just think, hey, look Joff, but you know, you still got your job, you're going out, you're earning money, things have been sorted out at work, your lad's doing all right, you get to see him, family's doing all right, my sister's all right, her partner's doing well, they're all good, they're all fine, they've got their own little issues, but they're getting on with it. So that's what you just got to do, is get on with it. And I just recommend you doing that. Get on with it. Don't waste time worrying about it. Just get on with it and look at the positive things and give yourself tiny little goals, little things that will make your day a little bit more, or your days a bit more pleasant. It might be something simple like a new release of a film or an album by your favourite band or whatever it is, or a night out with your family, or a trip with your family. Giving yourself those little goals throughout the year just makes it more bearable. Like next week, well, this is Saturday, Monday, I'm going up to see my lad. It's my last time I'll see him this year. I won't see him until after Christmas, but I'm going to see him, so I'm going to go up there and we're going to go out for the day. We'll probably pop into London, might do a little road trip video, see what the weather's like and how I'm feeling up to it. That's why I've not done so many this year. My health's not been brilliant to actually do it. I don't want you to be hearing me go all throughout the video because I'm struggling to breathe or stuff like that. So I'll be embarrassed as well. So that's why I've not maybe done so many road trip videos this year. But we might do one. But we're going to go out. We're going to have a nice dinner. So go up to London. We might go to cinema. I think there's a few films out at the moment, so we might be able to catch a movie and stuff like that. So, and then I'll enjoy a little pre-Christmas week with him, and then I'll hopefully get to see him beginning of January, because I've got a week off at the beginning of January. So although I'm not seeing him over Christmas, I'm seeing him before and after. And I think, do you know what, that might even be better, because Christmas is a big panic. Everyone's doing that, isn't they? Everyone's got to be there. Everyone's got to do this. Everyone's got to be there. They're all rushing to buy the foods in and, you know, grab all the presents. Just like in Thanksgiving, that sort of Black Friday thing, you know. Everyone's got to rush to get it. I think if I see him before and after, we're not involved in that big rush and we can enjoy it a bit more. So I'll try and take the positives out of that. So although I'm not with him on Christmas Day, I'll be sat here probably playing a game, because I know I'm getting the farm simulator for Christmas, so I'll probably be playing some of that on Christmas Day, just for a chill out day and watching Christmas nonsense, because you know I love my not just my horrors, but I love my sitcoms, don't I? I love my Royal Family, Only Fools and Horses, you know, Still Game, Father Ted. I tend to watch their Christmas specials rather than watch the crap they put on the telly, you know, Strictly Come Dancing or Call the Midwife. I don't like that. I don't want to see that. So I tend to watch a sort of compilation of those and have me little dinner and maybe help a few neighbours out, you know, stuff like that. I do try to do that. There's an old girl that lives over the road there, and the last couple of Christmases I've been taking her over a roast dinner on Christmas Day, just because I think, well, she's got no one like me. But you know, I was thinking, but hey, so I don't want to get in the habit, because she expects it like Jack and Victor did for Miser in Still Game. I just don't expect it, but I might do that. But whatever you do, have a fantastic time and have a quality time, and keep being kind, guys. Keep being hopeful, keep being positive. Next year's going to be a better year, and that's the way we're going to take it forward. See you soon, guys.